All right, let's react to this.
Early. What's your name?
Taj,
Taj. Where you calling me from?
Atlanta, Georgia,
ATL. How old are you?
36.
36. Do you have any children?
I, I do not, but I'm ready to get these eggs cracked by the right man.
Woo!
I'm ready to put a bun in the oven. It's time.
She's ready to have a baby. No kids, but ready. What you do for a living, Taj?
No, I gotta say, right? 36. Decent. I mean, decently looking, right? There's got to be a reason why she's still single and now looking. I personally believe, because I've always said, right, when it comes to dating for women, it is easy. It is easy to attract a man. So there has to be a reason why, one, none of the men you attract you want. So you can't attract men that you want. Two, the men that you've dealt with, well, those relationships don't last long. So there's got to say something.
I'm a data analyst. I work at
A
home
data
for a retail.
analyst. A data
Mm-hmm.
analyst or a data analyst? Same thing?
I pronounce it data. I'm from Jersey. I
Oh,
don't know.
data analyst. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Data analyst. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Taurus.
What's
April
your
23rd.
birthday?
April 23rd.
Okay, she's a Taurus. So this is Taj Atlanta, 36, no kids, data analyst, Taurus,
Mm-hmm.
and ready to have some kids. So what kind of man you looking for, bro?
I'm gonna second Miss Ma'am ahead of me. They gotta be single. Um, like all the way single. No baby mama, no kids, lives on your own, not with a cousin, sister, whatever. And I want them to make money. Like I make good money, I take care of myself, and I want to travel. I want to have someone with a passport. I have a passport. If you've never been out the country, it's not a red flag to me, but it's just kind of like, what do you know? What have you experienced? So,
Okay.
it's someone that's fun because I'm very fun. I'm young at heart. Like I like to have fun. I like to do like amusement parks and things like that. Like I've actually stopped talking to guys that are afraid of roller coasters because I'm like, I can't have fun with you. I don't know if that's like being too strict with my standards, but it's just like, yeah, it's probably a flaw. So we can get to that. But yeah,
I can see this type of woman um, having. I mean, having high standards is fine, whatever, right? But at 36, it ain't gonna get you nowhere. Definitely, obviously, it's not attracting the men that you want. So really, your standards hasn't got you anywhere. Um, Not wanting a man because he doesn't want to go on roller coasters is ridiculous. Um, Wanting a man to travel when you're 36, I mean, like, you have a short time, you have a short window to get pregnant, right? 4, 5 years max, or not max, but in good time, right? 4 years, 4 or 5 years. So really, you gotta think. This is the thing when women don't. Women are terrible, right, at really calculating time. You get with a man. Let's say right now she's 36. Get with a man. I mean, let's say that you want things to go in order, in a sense, right? So you get with a man. Let's say about year, 2 years, and this is I'm fast tracking it, right? Year, 2 year. Um, you get married, okay, which is a fast track. Okay, now let's add another year to get pregnant. You have a year, or let's say half a year, but then half a year. Let's say now you're 39 with your first child. Okay, you just had a child. Well, not many people travel with babies. Okay, it's not that fun. So really, those are a couple of years of like, I don't know. Let's wait until they're at a good age. I don't know, maybe 4 years old, maybe. But it's like, this is the thing where life will get in the way. Right? That's why you're 36. You should have done all this shit when you're 26. Found a good man. Date him. Travel with him. Spend life with him if you want. I mean, spend that time with the man. And then have the child, and so on and so on. Now you're doing that at 36. It's like, I just think that women think they're making it harder on themselves. And her bringing money into it. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's fine. I mean, she's not terrible looking. 36. I mean, then wanting her first child. I don't know.
Somebody fun like me.
Okay, you said money. You brought it up early. So what is your money requirement?
So I have tried to do the date the guy with potential and see if they're, they have lots and lots of ambition. They see their goals, but they're just not quite established yet. Either their car is kind of not up, or house or whatever. And I just want someone who comes with the package, that's going to be able to be a provider.
This is what a lot of men say. Women want to wait for the man at the finish line. This is why, during college, you should already date a man that you feel like you're going to marry. And now, at 36, you want a man that's already finished. Well, men that are, pretty much the finished package, in a sense, well, they have extremely high standards themselves. High expectations. Most women may not fit it.
Because I've been providing for myself for a long time, and I'm ready to live that soft life, that soft girl life.
The soft girl life.
Yes.
So is there a money requirement, or there's not a money requirement?
Probably just as long as they're not in a lot of debt, because I actually come with no debt. Even my student loans are really not that much, and hopefully Biden gets rid of those. We'll see. But yeah, they just need to come established.
She comes with no debt, but she has student loans. And then she hopes the man, I think she said she hoped the man would fix that. Yeah.
I'm past the age where I want the guy in the midst of figuring things out. He needs to have it already figured out, ready to put a ring on it, ready to make some babies.
Okay, kids. Could he have kids already?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so no kids.
Yeah, no.
Say again?
I've tried that too. I tried to make a relationship with someone who had a kid. I was like, yeah, you got to get a DNA test. I'm not going to get attached to a child that may or may not be yours. Honestly, I felt like the kid didn't look like him, so that's kind of why I pressed the issue. And she was already 3 by that time, and he just wouldn't do it because I think he was scared of knowing the truth. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to try somebody else.
So you were trying to force him to take a DNA test?
I needed him to take a DNA. Before we got too deep into the emotional, connection, emotional attachment, I just was like, okay, so DNA test, I waited a couple of months, but after that, I was just like, you know what? It's okay. Good luck with your situation. And yeah.
Okay. So what are some other deal breakers for you?
Just not having your own, you just have to have your own home that you live alone, a car that's a good car, because I have a very nice car myself. It doesn't have to be as nice as my car, but equal or better would be amazing. But these are just...
What kind of car do you have? I
have a Mercedes, a C300. It's just a C-Class, but it's in pristine condition. I work from home, so it has almost no miles on it.
Okay.
But I just don't want it to be oh, babe, we got to drive your car. My car's messing up. I've dealt with that too. It makes me feel like the man in the relationship. And I
was going to say, right? I honestly believe she has become the man that she wants to date. She has become the man that she wants to marry. She has become the man, while the men that she's dated are practically the women in this relationship. She has set her life up. Right? The queer woman, which is, I think that's the thing, right? I think this is what I was talking about before, right? The men that she wants, they really don't care about career women. They want you to have a job or even a career, right? But if a career has been the focus of your life, which at 36, I'm pretty sure it was, they don't need the attitude, the mentality that comes with it, which is what this woman coming in with, right? She has the mentality, right? The career woman mentality. That now these men, these established, already built men, don't really need to deal with, right? Again, it's their way or the highway. Usually career women are really, they are not submissive. They don't really follow a man's lead. They're not easy to deal with. And the sad thing is that like I said, I think that she has become the man that she essentially wants to be with. And she's been dating men that are pretty much the women to her, right?
Not want to feel like the man. I want to be feminine. I don't want to be alpha female, any of that. Like, I want to feel like the man. Oh, and he has to have a high libido too. Sorry. That's a Taurus thing.
A high sex drive.
Yes.
Okay. So he has to have a high sex drive.
Mm-hmm.
He has to have no kids.
No kids.
You didn't give a salary requirement, but I mean, I don't think, would you date a man that made $60,000?
Sure. If he has all his bills together.
Okay. So she's not really big on the salary.
No, because a man that makes 60, right? Well, he's still trying to make money. That's not. You know, she wants to travel. She wants to do all this stuff, live a fun life. I doubt she'll date those type of men. I don't think so, because I think the things she wants to do in life is going to require money. She said a soft life. She wants to be taken care of. What 60K man is going to be taking care of a woman? At least to her standards, I believe, right?
Yeah.
But he has to have a couple of things, like he has to be able to travel. Traveling is not cheap.
It's not cheap, but I feel like if you like, I'm pretty frugal myself, and like I know how to budget. I know how to like put things together. Like I know how to stay under a certain, you know, I know how to manage money. So
do you make over 100K?
I don't, and I never know.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. So salary is not this big thing for her. It's more so money management. Okay, fair enough.
I don't
kids.
For all of mine, so it's just like like the same.
Does he have to look a certain way?
I tend to go for guys that are really, really handsome, but those are the guys that are like want to be players or not really, really available. So I have been trying to not have an appearance specification, but and being that I'm like a little older, like I still want them to be like mature but not look old, if that makes sense.
Okay. Oh, what is the age range?
There. I think that's her Achilles, right? I think that's her true Achilles heel. She goes for the pretty boys, you know, the Chads, Tyrones, the men that really look good. I can see that. And I think that's her Achilles heel right there. Right? She's the type of woman that goes for the good-looking type of men, which is fine, right? She's decent looking. I don't think that standard will change. I don't. Let's say this, right? I've said in other videos, most women think most men are unattractive. So, here's a woman that, in her eyes, She's only gone for the men that she thinks are attractive. And again, I think the men she goes for are probably conventionally attractive. So for her to change that up, even if she wants, I don't know, a mature man, all this stuff, right? I mean, she probably always wanted a man that's ready for commitment. What woman is like, oh, I want a man that doesn't care about commitment? No, she's always want that. So really, that has never changed. But her preference in a man has always been the same. So really, for her to change that and still want a man to commit is, I think that's not gonna happen. I don't think a woman that has been focused on men's attractiveness, right, is going to change that up. I think women that do will now fall in the category that I'm settling for you. You're not my choice, right? I'm not attracted to you, but I want stability. I want the beta male provider, in essence, right? That's what a lot of men call it. That's what a lot of men call that situation nowadays. That you're gonna settle for, the unattractive man, the man that you wouldn't naturally date. Men that you wouldn't date when you were in your 20s. But now that you're in your late 30s, you're fine with dating these men. Because now you will settle for these men, right? Because the men that you dated before weren't the type of men to settle down, or they didn't want to settle down with you. What man wants to be in that situation? Okay, so yeah, I think that's just I see now. I can see it, right? I can see why this woman, right? Look at her dating history. She said, right? The dating history said men with no car, men that has potential but gone nowhere, men that, baby mama issues, right? Shit, all these men that had problems. Why would she go out with these type of men? Because they're good looking. These men are good looking. So, would she change that? Because women are attracted to what they're attracted to. It's not easy to change that. So if I think she's forever in that cycle where she just want those type of men, right? She will only be attracted to those type of men. So I don't think she's the type of woman that will change that up.
You want to date? You're 36.
35 to 45.
35 to 45. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Okay. Oh no.
We see them breasts, girl.
Yeah, that's part of why people don't take me serious because of how I'm shaped, which stinks
I can't
because
see your
I'm
body. Did you push back? Okay. So you said men don't take you. Do have a nice shape. So men don't take you serious because of your shape?
Yeah, I just feel like I know I
see your
said
face, honey. Okay.
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like a catch-22. Oh, okay, you're kind of sexy, so you might seem like the party girl. But I'm really not. I'm a homebody. I'm actually an introvert.
I doubt that.
I like talking with people, but I would much rather be home, rather than out and about. So
Okay.
yeah.
That's a lie. First thing she said that she wants to travel. Women would, I think, is that she's by herself. She is single, so really, yeah, I can see why she'd be alone. But you're not. You're not an introvert. You want to travel. You said you want to go to music. You said you want to go do things. Literally, in the beginning, you said you want to do things. So really, which one is it? Are you a homebody or are you a person who wants to do activities? It kind of seems counterproductive to each other. This woman is capping.
Okay, fair enough. When was your last relationship?
2019, middle of 2019.
2019. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
A little over a year.
Okay. Oh, so are you waiting for a relationship or marriage?
No, I just, am trying to limit the casual situationships because I do want something more significant. And so I just, I don't slide back to slide backs, even though I really, really want to, because but it's not good for my emotional, like when you just kind of have these like casual situationships all the time.
Okay. Okay. And why would a guy be like, oh, what are 3 flaws you have to work on?
So I am a very, very bad procrastinator. I can have a little bit of a temper. And so I think, just trying to ease up on that. Sometimes like I might go too hard, like for small things, and that can be argumentative. So it's something that has been a problem in the past, but I try to be more cognitive about it. And I think just like starting things and not fully like finishing them, like there's so many things I want to do, and like I'll have all the ideas, but like I won't put them together to fruition. And so I think if I did that, that would like help me be a more well-rounded person.
Okay. And why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
I just have a lot of love to give, Kendra. Like,
Well, that's original. Yeah. Not like no woman ever says that. Or, actually, I think most women says that. And yet, they are chronically single. Is that really making a man lucky? Or you just choose terrible men. Yeah.
I don't have kids, like, but I want to be like a good mom. Like, I'll be my husband's biggest fan and supporter. I feel like I'm intelligent. I feel like I have a lot to offer just as far as like knowledge and value in life and insight. I just want to be able to share that with like my person.
Okay.
Like,
all right, let's do it. So this is, let me pull it up. This is Taj in Atlanta. Oh, does a guy have to be in Atlanta?
I'm gonna say I would prefer that, but I'm gonna open up. I'm not gonna keep it all close in. So no.
Okay, she's 36, a Taurus, no kids, data analyst. She wants kids. That's a non-negotiable. You cannot have kids. Is that non-negotiable?
I don't want, they need to just come alone. It needs to just, it's hard enough.
Have a passport. She likes to do fun things, like roller coasters. She'll break up with your ass if you don't. And let's do it. All right, she likes handsome men, but they tend to be players, so looks aren't as important, but she wants you to be attractive. How can the guy reach out to your girlfriend? They went to your page and they said you have 15,000 followers and you're still single. Oh, I guess they believe that you should have a man if you have 15,000 followers. I don't get that.
What does a follower count have to do with being single or not single?
I don't know. Let me get the cousin name. I can't pronounce it. That said that.
Okay.
Okash said you have 15,000 followers and still single. So I guess they're thinking you shouldn't be single. There's people with millions of followers that are single though.
I also feel like this day and age and people are so hung up on social media shit. Like, who cares about social media? Like, it has nothing to do with anything of value. Like, what are your core values? Like, what is your spirit like? Do you love God?
Ridiculous for a woman at 36 to talk about a person's values, their morals. Do they love God? You're 36. You've dated men on looks. The hypocrisy, the delusion. And if you have 15K followers on your social media, obviously showed you put some effort into it. The hypocrisy of women, right? The delusion of it. You obviously put some effort into establishing 50K followers, right? And now you're talking about, what about social medias, right? It's not important. You're talking about morality in men, or people care about morality, principles. You've dated men based on looks. The hypocrisy of women sometimes, it's just ridiculous.
Like, what does a follower count mean? Like, I've been growing my following like organically. Like, that was something that was very important to me, to stay true to myself. I grew my following organically just by being me, my crazy Taurus self. You know, people seem to relate. So hey, you know, whatever works. But no, like, I want something real. Like, and I tried it. I tried dating apps. I've tried to go on reality dating shows. And
Are you on a reality dating show?
Not. I've tried out for some, and they haven't ever. I've never been able to actually, because I'm in Atlanta.
Okay,
so sometimes.
Back to this.
Mhm.
What type are the men that approach you? What are the type of men that are trying to date you? Because that's your first pool. So what are the kind of men that are trying to date you?
You said, what are the men that try to date me?
Yes.
It's been a lot of thugs lately, like that wear their jeans below their ass and have a gun visible in the picture. You know, they got a gold tooth. They slide in my DMs. Like, I mean, I'm trying not to be strict on how you appear, but like, there's gotta be a limit. Like, oh, I can't do it. Like, I need you to look sophisticated. If you look like you in the streets, I'm sorry, but I'm just not interested.
Okay, fair enough. So be sophisticated. We gotta go, but keep me posted how it goes, honey.
I think it's ridiculous, right? First of all, the end shit, the end rat was stupid. And second, she's only attracting, you know, the pretty boys and the thugs. So that may say a lot. I don't know. That may say what kind of men, you know, qualifies for her, or the type of men that are into her. Because, again, she dates men purely on looks. I don't think she will date the men that are moral and principled, you know, because maybe they're ugly in her eyes. So really, it's like, I doubt she would date a fat man. I doubt it. Doubt she would date a short guy. Doubt it. I really don't think she will give a man that's not conventionally attractive a shot. I just don't. So, I don't know. It seems at 36, this type of woman might find it hard to get the man that she wants, to want a long-term commitment from her. So, just craziness with these women. Alright, that's it. That's it for this one.